Welcome to today's tapping on being good enough. We've all heard this, that this is important to love yourself, to feel good enough. You don't need outside validation. And yet, what are we doing with the information that is stuck in our head? And how can we integrate that into our body so that we really don't feel shitty if someone doesn't like what we're doing? If someone says, I don't think this is the right color, or I don't think this is the right thing, or whatever it is that might trigger you and activate your feeling of I'm not good enough. It can show up in so many different ways. And of course, in a topic of like ditch the dating drama and getting into healthy love after toxic relationship, the whole wounding of I'm not good enough, and we are attracted to people who we either put on a pedestal or they put us on a pedestal, just gets this unbalanced, unhealthy love and relationship dynamics. So one of the big thing that we want to work on is feeling good enough. And the good thing is that tapping helps you from getting the, yes, I need to work on, I feel good enough, in your head, to actually integrate that knowledge into your system, to have like this somatic experience where your body feels it, where after a while your beliefs change. And just see for yourself how that works out. I am not good enough is a wound that is deeply rooted in some of us, and it shows up in many different ways and forms. And if you're here, let's clear this out with some tapping. Before we start, you drink some water with me. You're new to me. What we do is we tap on certain points of the hand and the upper body, and you repeat after me. All you do is you tap with me and then you repeat after me what I'm saying, and we stay hydrated. So if you haven't brought your water, next time bring your water. Here we go. Sometimes I don't feel good enough, or I have this feeling that I'm not good enough because of what someone else said. Sometimes I give way too much meaning to someone else's opinion. Sometimes I come across as insecure. So people think they can give me their opinion. And sometimes I am insecure. And I feel like a headless chicken, just wanting to be validated. Like a little girl lost on the street, wanting to find guidance. Maybe that little girl needing a hug, needing some guidance. And even though I have this in me, I choose to love and accept and forgive myself. And I know that I can let this lost little girl feel safe without anyone from the outside. Because I'm a motherfucking grown-up woman now who can take this little lost girl and can say, just relax. I've got you. I show you the way. You can do this. Just take my hand and we do this together. I no longer need to run around looking for other people's approval. I don't need to be sad when someone doesn't like me. I don't need to feel ashamed if someone thinks what I'm doing is ridiculous. And I certainly do not need anyone else to love me, because the love I have for myself is enough. And even though I'm running around needing other people's love and approval, I'm becoming more aware that I'm doing this. And I'm choosing to let this go. And I choose to love and accept and forgive myself. And today I choose to know that I'm enough. Today I choose to know that I am safe. And I also choose to know that the more I feel I am enough, the more authentic I am, the more people show up that really truly like me. Today I give up people pleasing. It hasn't gotten me anywhere good. And even though I've been a professional people pleaser for way too long, I'm willing to let this go. I'm ready to let this go. Because I choose to feel good enough. I choose to know that I am good enough, just the way I am. I don't need to outsource anything anymore. I choose to love, accept, and to forgive myself right now and right here. Take a deep breath in, hold it at the top, and let it go. Have another zip of water. Have another sip of water. And keep tapping. A part of me thinks I'm not good enough. Another part knows that that's bullshit. And yet I find myself triggered way more often than I want to be. I get into the feeling that I'm not good enough. I'm not qualified enough. I am not smart enough. I'm not sexy enough. I'm not outspoken enough. I'm not successful enough. I'm not this and I'm not that. I'm not good enough can show up in so many ways. It is showing up in so many ways for me. And it makes me feel shitty. I feel ashamed. Like I could beat myself up for saying things that I've said. I go home and be like, why did you say that? You should have said that. I look outside of me for advice. I'm doing things so I get people to say, well done. I still want way too much approval from other people. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be a bit of credit for having worked hard. And I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to have a compliment every now and then. But I don't want to feel beaten up when that doesn't occur. I don't want this fear of someone else saying you're not good enough running my actions. Because that truly dims my light. And even though I've been running around people pleasing the shit out of everyone, I choose to love, accept, and forgive myself. And I choose to know that it is safe for me to love myself a little bit harder today. To know that I am good enough. I don't need to heal or improve or grow in order to be worthy or likable. I don't have to prove a point. And that doesn't mean that I'm not into self-improvement and that I'm doing things to like heal and transform. However, I do this with self-love. I do this from a place of self-compassion and to enjoy my life a little bit more. Not because I think I'm not good enough. The era of self-punishment stops today. Because my heart still beats even when you don't see what I do. I don't need to be seen and validated by everyone else. I trust my intuition and I do my thing. And if someone doesn't like it, that's okay. Then they are not for me. Then I am not for them. And that is good. Not everyone is into peaches. I let go of the need to be liked by everyone. If someone doesn't like what I do, I just let it go. Okay, thanks, I go somewhere else. And my life goes on. And I know that I'm okay. And even though people give me well-meaning advice, I don't have to take it all. I am enough. Even if people might have given up on me and that hurt in the past, I know that I'm enough anyway. Whether I am weak or strong, whether I am right or wrong, I know that I am enough. And even if I lose it all, I'm still gonna be enough. I don't need to show anyone anything. I don't need to prove anything to anyone. I am more than enough, just the way I am. And I choose to know this week. And so it is. Take a deep breath in, hold it at the top, and let it go. Take a big sip of water and enjoy this.